Hi all, this is Miss Marcel and I'm here to give you your weekly update. So starting with advanced art, we are looking at pop art and doing our pop art printmaking. So students started printing this week. They've been carving and doing their test prints in the black and white, and then they are selecting their paper to do their first set of printing. So this will be a reduction print. And so they're going to carve again and add details over this, and then carve a second time to add their last final touches. I updated Skyward for advanced art, and they need to get their clay projects turned in. There's a bunch that are missing, and also their sketchbooks. And they have till next Friday to do that. In Creating Like the Masters, we studied Frida Kahlo. Students were working on a project planner, deciding what their self-portrait's going to be, what symbols they are going to put in their background, and then they used a tracer to trace their picture, and then they're watercoloring this. And so they are watercoloring the background with something that represents them, and then doing their portrait over the top. Those will be finished up next week, and then they will also get a review for their test, and then they will also then get a final test next week. In Art 6, they are finishing up their painting project. So here's one from today. Each one is done with a different color scheme, but the same lines and shapes in each picture. They will have grade slips for these available Monday and Tuesday next week. They will then be able to take everything home on that following Friday. So a week from tomorrow is the end of the trimester for the Art 6 class and for the Creating Like the Masters. So students will need to get their work in. I also photographed all of the clay creatures. They went home yesterday and today, and those will get updated into Skyward probably on the weekend. I'm going to need a bit of time to grade them and get those entered in. And then with Creating Comics, we are just finishing up our comics. So students are finishing up their page 1. Some have moved on to page 2 and page 3. My expectation is that they at least get page 1 done for standard. If they are going above and beyond, then they will be showing their above standard. Next week we'll be watching Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse and analyzing that movie based on what our knowledge and vocab that we learned about comic books and how the Spider-Man comic book is represented throughout the video or through the movie. And then we will be assembling our comic books next Friday and taking those home. And so we'll have everybody's comics put together so we can then put all the comics as one big comic book. I will have some pictures of the clay pieces at the end of this video. And it's been a good week. Thanks. Bye.